ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखंडमंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। साईराम। ओं या कुंदेन्दु तुषारहारधवला या श्वेतपद्मासना या वीणा वरदंडमंडितकरा या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या ब्रह्माच्युतशंकर प्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा वंदिता सा मं पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजड्यापहा। सरस्वती नमो नित्यं भद्रकाले नमो नमः। वेदोदे वेदान्तवेदंग विद्यास्थानेभ्यः च सरस्वती महाभागे विद्ये कमलोचने विद्यारूपे विशालाक्षी विद्यां देहि नमस्तुते। कविवर राधानाथ, he came with a touch of modernity, the aura of modernity. It was a farewell to Riti Yuga, where Riti stands, the model was Sanskrit tradition. But here with Radhanath, it was very simple. Marala Malini Nilambu Chilika Utkala Kamala Bilyasa Dirghika. Riti Sahitya was for the erudites, the scholars, the pandits. It was a clear-cut departure from Riti Yuga. Kabivar Radhanath started a new era for which there was a conflict also from two magazines, Indradhanu and Bijli. They propagated for Bhanja and they propagated for Radhanath. Once Gopabandhu also criticized vehemently, opposed vehemently to Radhanath, and Radhanath was the school inspector, you know. By that time he was FA, Bernard Soro, near Soro, in 1848. So he forfeited his scholarship of Pandit Gopabandhu. However, this was the fate of Gopabandhu, Utkalamani Gopabandhu, the great man. So, however, Radhanath left that tradition and came with a flash of modernity. Radhanath was a well-learned man. He had depth in Sanskrit, in Odia, and in Bengali. He was a Bengali, but he had all the time supported the Odisha. Radhanath, he was a very sick man from his childhood. Chirakala dukha prahare jajara pata sisya muhi dukha gurungara sukha boli jaha jana netra dise hatu ase hate padiba paise sukha nuha ise ata ise duma anya naam tara akasha kusuma. So, autobiographical sketch often approaches the literature of the creator. So, sometimes he had patriotism within him. Swarupa Ansupa Loke Agochara Pujaspada Hela Gospada Puskara. When writing Chilika, the Kabya, he has stated about the optimism, the despondency, the despair of Odisha. Devi bina pani keun papa phale karuna tohora unaye utkale. So, Radhanath was a great scholar, a pandit, and a great poet. Had he not been there, we would have been still in Tasuta, 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 Tasuta. So he urbanized, he liberalized literature from the shackles of Riti Yuga and became a creator of his own age. The period when he was living, it is named after him, the age of Radhanath in Odia literature. Radhanath wrote with very simple language, and sometimes, often the critics criticize him that he was influenced by the Western literature. But what about Darbar? What about Darbar, where he has written, Ano bole muhi atai pulisa, bina meghesruji parai kulisa, sahebi posaka kehu aba pindhi, sasmite kahayi banka banka hindi. So what about this? What about Darbar? He has written in blank verse, in wetty blank verse. T.S. Eliot in his Westland, he says, April is the cruelest month. Again he says, let's then go, you and I, where the evening is spread up against the sky like a patient, etherized on the table. But here, the blank verse of Mahajatra, which I consider to be the masterpiece of Kabi Radhanath. So, blank verse is quite mature. Pope in 18th century of English literature, that period is of age of Pope sometimes, but Eliot said that he is a versifier and is a second-rate poet. However, there is evaluation also. But Pope with his heroic couplet, his style, the proper study of mankind is man. A little learning is a very dangerous thing. In English, epic is defined as a grand subject treated in grand style. Milton's Paradise Lost, the grand style from grand subject from Bible, and treated in grand eloquence, the grand style of Milton. But Pope, otherwise taking a very trivial theme, rape of lock, for which he is famous, and treated in grand style, it's known as mock epic, through his the best cherished heroic couplet. So, however, in blank verse, Mahajatra, the Kabya Purush, the protagonist. So, Mahajatra written in blank verse and is quite, that becomes his masterpiece. So, he has satirized the society, the institutions, and there was a Bengali headmaster who said, Odia ek swatantra bhasha noy. Odia is not an original language, it is a part of Bengali. So, but Radhanath is unique in his approach. He has contributed the best of him and given Odia literature a new dimension, a clear-cut departure from the style adopted. The language is very simple for the common man. There is patriotism, there is the touch of personal feelings, or sometimes autobiographical. So, Kabibar Radhanath is a creator of an age where he is the pyramid. Kabibar Radhanath, though all the time he was sick, suffering from asthma, as he has told, and he was very, very, very religious-minded, God-fearing. So he did a mischief in his biography he has also written, and he wrote some pamphlets and distributed among the people so that his sin will be excused and the path of moksha or the path of liberation will be opened. So he was very much God-fearing. So Radhanath died in 1988. But in these years, he has contributed a lot for Odia literature. Sometimes he is criticized that he is influenced by the European writings because he was a FA. But Darbar, Chilika, Mahajatra, from what source he has copied? So, Radhanath stands as a jewel, and the age is age of Radhanath. That is how I pay my tribute to Radhanath. Siyavar Ramchandra ki jai.